Alright, welcome back guys. Today I got Nord with me. I got his e-collar on him. We're dealing with number 14 right now, and then this is his motivation. Alright, so when we break this all down, this is the pressure, this is compliance, pressure compliance, this is motivation, willingness to work. Alright, when we start working a dog, there's two sides of the coin. So we can't use positivity, we have to use compliance and pressure, but we taught him how to respond properly to the pressure to be able to turn it off. That's why he's sitting and not getting up right now. And then we want to get him excited and get him to work and get him to teach him stuff. Then we use positivity and we use this reward. So he loves to swim. What I'm going to do is toss this out. North. Come on, buddy. Toss it right in the edge of the pond. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'll double check the camera angle. Come on, Nord. He'll get that, and then he'll come back. And then, since he's had one retrieve for him, we should be able to get him to work for it to heal and to sit. And, come on, Nord, bring it. Touch it up, touch it up, touch it up. Come on. Not the stick. Not the stick, buddy. Come on. So let's change the camera angle on this really quick, Nord. Let's see what happens. Oh, we could see that. Okay, good. Alright, so the camera angle was good on that. Nord, come. So we have a couple of buttons here, and I'm going to teach you guys about the buttons when you come. The top one is to, it's going to be a tone. Nord, come. And when he hears the tone, he knows to get closer to me to shut the pressure off. And then the bottom one is a vibrate. Sit. And he knows to sit down or to lay down. Down. Nord, down. Down. Nord, down. Down. Nord, lay down. Lay down. Down. Took a little bit more pressure than I wanted there. And make sure the collar is tight. It seems like it's tight enough. And we'll see if he'll retrieve one more time. So what we're going to do, we're going to ask Nord to heel. And he should do that right our side. So if I step away from him, he'll hear a little tone. He steps out in front, he'll hear a little tone. Nord, come. Nord, heel. Preferably he'll sit on our side, but at the same time, right now it's not necessarily important. I'm going to show you the same thing for food, and you'll see how excited he is for food. It'll be a little bit later in this video, probably, and so that will help you guys out. So you kind of see how he does everything for compliance-based, or because he has to right now. I'll give him as much affection as possible when I'm only using pressure, just to keep his spirits up, and so he'll want to continue to work for me or know that I'm not just trying to too stern to him. I do love him, but I do need him to work for me. And then I'll tell him to stay here. Hopefully he will stay for impulse. The impulse is going to get this stuff. He beat me a little bit. I don't mind that he beat me a little bit, but we always want to make sure that we're releasing him and he's not releasing himself. The reason I don't mind it is because I don't want him to feel as though I've soured the game of retrieving, because I put so much discipline around retrieving. He's only been retrieving here for about a week, so I don't want to kill the game as soon as it starts for him. Good boy, Nord, come on. Good boy, Nord, come on. All the way, all the way. Good boy, good boy, good boy. And out, and shake it up. Good boy, Nord. All right. So you see, some of that wasn't perfect, but we're kind of in that gray area where we need him to work and to stay close to us and to heel. We need him to retrieve. We like him to bring it to hand. So on one side, we want to make him super excited. We don't want to make him so excited, though, that he just does whatever he wants and doesn't have any discipline or formality to his retrieve. And on the other side of it, I don't want to put so much pressure in to get that formality that it kills and sours the game for Nord. If that happens, he'll kind of just shut down. And as we continue on and I say, Nord, do you want to retrieve again? He'll say, and then I'll ask, hey, Nord, do you want to retrieve again? So it always has to be fun. Come on, Nord. We'll call him back over here. And so I do some fun retrieves, which will just be, hey, you ready, Nord? You ready? Come on. Which just means that he doesn't have to sit, he doesn't have to be disciplined, he doesn't have to do anything spectacular, he just has to go get the retrieve and come back. There's no formality to it. So I try to keep the fun retrieve at a high level so that he's always looking for a fun retrieve. And when the formality comes, then that's great. But most of the time, or half of the time at least, we have fun retrieves and fun retrieves. Come on, Nord. Good boy. I'm going to extend this come when called for a little bit. Come on, Nord. Come on, Nord. Come on. Come on, Nord. Good boy. Come on. Nord. Nord. Come on. Come on. Come on. Good boy. Good boy, Nord. That's a good boy. So, since he wasn't responding, I put a little tone to that, but he didn't feel any pressure. And as soon as he heard the tone, he dropped the retrieve. That's okay. I want him to continue to come back. Like in this program, we didn't do what would be force fetching a dog, meaning that no matter how they feel about retrieving on any given day, they're gonna continue to fetch that item because we have gone through so much fetching. We've only gone through about a week of fetching here, so the fact that he drops that due to a little bit of pressure, I'm not necessarily concerned with. If you guys wanted to go down the retrieving route, we would only focus on retrieving when he got here, but he'd already have some obedience under his belt. Whereas he really had nothing. He didn't have a lot of obedience or any obedience, and he didn't have any retrieving when he got here. So we focused mainly on obedience, which is, you know, sit, stay here, come, and all that typical stuff. And then we just added in some retrieving so that he would enjoy the work, and we had something to work with or besides food, I should say. So here again, the top button on the side is going to be a tone. I'll say, Nord, come. Nord, come. Good. The vibrate, Nord, good. Sit. Good. And he's learned how to, good boy. And he's learned how to turn the pressure off. When he completes a behavior and I'm going to turn pressure off, I'll say yes or good boy. And then I usually give him some praise. So it'll be yes or good boy when the pressure turns off, meaning I release one of these buttons, and then good boy and praise. So, Nord, come. Little tone. Yes, good boy. And he just heard tone. I just did it for just 1 second. But you'll see the body state and the posture that he goes into. A little bit of a show. I don't want him to be shocked, or I don't want him to be nervous. I do want him to say, there seems like a problem here. The problem is pressure. How do I turn the pressure off? How do I solve the problem? And Nord has been doing a really good job at that. Sometimes the wire hair here is a little bit soft and timid. And since I've kind of seen that with my own eyes and I've read up on them, and people have had that same experience with the dog being pretty soft, and with soft dogs you don't want to put too much pressure on them. But you don't want to be too lackadaisical to where they just get away with everything, because then they won't really learn anything. So there is a fine balance, but Nord has been very responsive. He has not shut down. He has not chosen to turn the pressure off in any way that is non-compliant, meaning he hasn't ever ran away, he hasn't ever just sat down, he hasn't ever just rolled around, he hasn't ever started barking, he hasn't ever started jumping or barking or snapping in the air, no aggressive tendencies, no flighty tendencies, nothing like that. He's always looked for a way to shut the pressure off, and right now we're at a level 15, so, and that's a level 15 out of 100. So as long as we're working within the boundaries and we're not pushing the pressure too high, he works just fine for it. And over time, we like to back that pressure down. But in super distracting areas, we might have to push that pressure up to 17, 18, 19, 20, just depending on what the situation calls for. So hopefully this brings to light a few things and is logical and understandable. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and we'll see you on the next video, okay?